everybody, this is Zeno, and welcome to the Dynamic Ripper. Well, it's my favorite time of month again, time for BattlBox Mission 36 for February 2018. If you're unfamiliar with BattlBox, you can check them out over at BattlBox.com. I will put a link down in the description below. And what they are is a monthly subscription box service that delivers to your door each and every month a box full of awesome survival and tactical gear. They have a couple of different box levels available on their website, including the Basic, the Advanced, the Pro, and the Pro Plus. This particular box here is the Pro Plus, so we're going to see all the different box levels included in this one, which also includes our knife of the month. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this month's box. I'm excited. It's brown this month, too. We got a brown box. That's a little odd. Something different. All right, let's get into our BattlBox card. So this is a card that comes with every BattlBox. It will outline everything that comes in each box level, including a description and a price for the 4 different box levels. Our total this month for our Pro Plus is almost $300, and of course that costs $150. This is Mission 36 for February 2018. Our theme this month is Active Shooter Mass Casualty Response Kit. That's pretty cool. I like that. Very timely, too. So, on the back here, we have basically a rundown of everything that comes in the box, its uses, and sort of why it's in the box, things like that. So, a lot of really good information on the back of the card. I highly suggest that. And of course, you can tell by the background, too, that this box most likely is inspired by the Las Vegas tragedy of last year, the mass shooting that occurred in Las Vegas. So definitely a timely box, and certainly going to be a very important thing for everyone to have with them in the event of a mass shooter event, so that you can respond to it and deal with it accordingly. So a very important box theme also. All right, so we're going to put that there. I'm going to try to go in the order of the different box levels, so I might do a little bit of digging around. So first up is the NAR Responder 6-foot EDT. This is the North American Rescue 6-foot trauma dressing. Price on this is $4.60, so this is going to be a large trauma dressing for a traumatic injury, such as a gunshot wound or something like that. This is going to be a big bandage. I'm not going to open this right here, right now. We've opened these quite routinely on the channel before, and basically all it is a big bandage. So there's not really that much more to it than that. But they are kept vacuum packed for the purpose of, obviously, sanitation. So they're nice and clean, and we want to keep it that way. So that's our emergency trauma dressing from North American Rescue. There you go. Price on this is $4.60. Next up, we have from BattleTech. So BattleTech is sort of BattlBox's own brand for tactical items. We're seeing more and more of these BattleTech items appearing in boxes. It seems every month we get a few more. Definitely is a brand that they are really putting a lot of effort into, and some pretty cool stuff coming from BattlBox under the BattleTech brand name. So this is one. It's a small Molly glove dispenser. So this is pretty cool. So it has some Molly webbing attachment on the back there, and inside we have a bag of orange nitro gloves, so sanitized gloves. So nice little bag of gloves there, and then all you do is you take these out of the bag, obviously, and then stuff them into the pouch there, and then you have a little opening here, and you can pull out the gloves one at a time, just much like you would tissue out of a tissue box. So a little nitrile glove dispenser, and of course you can place this on the outside of a bag or something like that, so it's an easy access, so you can keep yourself safe in the event of having to treat someone with a traumatic injury. Both keep yourself safe and also prevent any more issues than you really need to from treating somebody with a traumatic wound. So there you go, the BattleTech Tactical Molly Glove Dispenser with nitro gloves. The price on this is $9.99. Next up, we have another item from BattleTech. There we go. We have some medical rescue trauma shears. Again, from BattleTech, BattlBox's own brand. Let's go ahead and open these up, shall we? Medical shears are always a great thing to have with you. They're very useful, obviously, for their intended purpose, but they're good for other things too. And they work very, very well. And you don't need to buy an especially expensive set of shears to get actually ones that are very effective. Price on these are $9.99 for these guys here. And they feel pretty good. So for the purposes of a first aid or tactical trauma kit, something like that, that you're only going to use in those situations, a pair of shears like this would definitely be all that you would ever need. So there we go. Again, price on that is $9.99 for the shears. Let's put that right there. Next up, we have another item from BattleTech. We have a tourniquet and shear pouch. So those shears that we just got, we have a little pouch for those, plus a tourniquet. So as you can see, we have some MOLLE attachment on the back, so you can put this on the outside of a trauma kit or something like that. Be easy to reach. You can put it on the outside of your bag, so it's always really easy to reach. In the inside here, we have a little pouch for a tourniquet, obviously, and it's marked there. And then in the back here, we have a little place where we can put some shears. So for those of you who are wondering how this might look, I have a tourniquet right here. There it is. I actually was just, it's funny, this theme, I was actually just redoing some of my med kits lately, and so I have a lot of my stuff laying around. So I have a lot of the medical supplies and extra tourniquets and things like that kind of laying around. So there you go. A tourniquet fits in there just like that. Nice and nifty. And then our shears, let's plop them right in there, right in the back there. There we go, just like that. There it is. Got our shears in there. We can attach this to some MOLLE webbing and have this available. So we have our tourniquet and our trauma shears right at our very quick and easy grasp away to get our shears out or to access our tourniquet. So there you go. So obviously the tourniquet is not included. The price on that is $6.99 for that. The BattleTech shear and tourniquet pouch. Next up, we have the Gloco Triage Kit. Triage Marker LED 3-pack. So let's check these out. We've actually seen these, or not actually these, but an item very similar to this before. Those are pretty cool. So you have 4 levels: red, yellow, green, blue, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. So you could, in essence, this is a adhesive backing here too. And so you could basically peel off the sticker there, and then you can assign a trauma triage level and then stick it to the patient. So, and then if the person changes condition, you could change the level also. So 4 levels. We got 3 lights here. We got a couple of them. Each one does the same thing. So pretty cool. We got 3 of them. So nice little kit there. Okay, cost on that is $12.99 for the 3-pack. So that is everything that comes in the basic box. Again, your cost on that is $25. The value was $44.56. Moving on to the advanced box. So first off, we have, there we go, Halo chest seals. So here is definitely something that you hope you never have to use, either on yourself or anyone else. So these obviously would be to cover a large chest wound. And there's a pack of 2, contains 2 seals. So you would basically clean the area and attach these. There's 2 of them in here in case you have a through wound, so you can do the front and also the entry side and also the exit side. These are going to be fairly large items in here, and are used to seal a chest wound so that you can restore breathing, basically, is how that would work. So not a very pretty picture, but definitely something that's important to have in a active shooter trauma kit. It doesn't take up a lot of room. Again, I'm not going to open these because these are obviously sterile inside here, and we want to keep them that way. But that's what our first item is. The Halo chest seals. Price on this is $16.95. All right. Alrighty, next up we have kind of a big item here. Go ahead and open this up. There we go. What this is a rescue litter. So if we open this up, I'm going to move the box aside just for a second here. There we go. So if we open this up, this is basically a nylon, almost poncho material litter. Okay, so there we go. So this side up. So that's kind of the center of it. And then you have these webbing handles on each side. And so this would basically is a large rectangle, roughly the size of your average human being. And with these grabs on each side. There's a total of 3 of them on each side and 2 on each end. So a total of 8. And this can be used in a variety of different manners. If you have a couple different people with you, you could put somebody here in the litter, and then every person could grab a handle, lift it up, and you can carry a person out that way. If you only have, for example, 2 people, you could actually take these loops and you could actually run a pole through each side, creating 2 handles on each side, much like a sort of a traditional gurney. So you could have one person in front, one person in back. Each one of you grabs one. You can run a 2x4 through there, or so you can thread something through there. Each one of those loops down the side and kind of turn it into a traditional gurney or litter like that. The other thing that you can do too is you can kind of wrap the person up. So you could lay a person down in here and you could kind of secure these together, kind of pull them up on the side. You could take some D-rings or some paracord and kind of cinch these together, kind of hold them tight, and then you have these ones on the ends here, so you could almost kind of mummy them in here, and then you could take a D-ring and clip it to the end, tie it around your waist, and then you could pull the gurney behind you on the ground, so they would slide on the ground. You could take 2 people and do that, so you could have 2 people clip in and tie around their waist, so you're pulling them with 2 people. For instance, if you're in a little bit more rugged terrain, or if you're in winter snow conditions where you can just sort of slide the person out like that, that would definitely be a way. So a lot of different uses for an item like this, and whether you have a number of people with you or if it's just one person that has to be able to carry another person out, there are lots of different ways that you can use a rescue litter like this to get a person to safety. So there you go. There is our rescue litter, and price on that is $22 for the rescue litter, and that concludes everything that came in the advanced box. Let's get our box back up here. The advanced level cost on that was $50, of course, for the advanced box, and our value was $83.51. All right, so moving on to the pro level, we have sort of the big item in this month's box. Let's go ahead and open this. This is the Combat Medic Bag. Look at that. Combat Medic Bag. Okay, so there's also some other things that are going to be coming in along in part here, so we'll kind of go through those as we get there. But look at that. Yeah, lots of different ways that you can run a pack like this. So lots of Velcro, some obviously molly webbing on the outside, a couple different pouches that we can get into. Boy, a lot going on here. So let's open up the top one first. So we can open that up. Got a little mesh pouch there, kind of elastic loops there. We got a little drawstring on top that we can lash stuff to the top there. Okay. Over here, kind of the same thing. We have a little lanyard there for holding some keys or whatever. A couple of mesh pouches in there also to subdivide that one. And we have a side pouch on this side. Very cool. We got another side pouch on the other side, same deal. Again, we have some molly webbing there. We have a strap, shoulder strap here. And then we also have a waist belt there. So, and then we have some molly webbing straps here, so you can attach that to the outside of a bug out bag or something like that. So it could be a little detachable trauma kit that you would build, and then you could attach that to your bag and have that. All right, so let's get into the main pouch here. And also in here we're going to uncover some of the other items that are coming in this level. So we have the inside There we have a couple of more pouches, subdivided pouches with mesh and whatnot. And then we have a bunch of other items that are coming along. So I'll go through those in just a second, but that's the bag itself. So very cool, very common style for a medical trauma sort of kit, medical kit like that. Nice military style medic kit. The kit includes the combat medic bag, which you saw there, and then all of this stuff, which includes the triage bands, the med tape, the casualty cards, the pen, and the blood type patches. All of this goes for $64.95. So that's all of that. And that's basically what comes in the pro level. So the cost of the pro level is $100, and our value is $148.50. All right, so moving along to the Pro Plus, which is our knife of the month, and we have a item from Fox Knives. Check that out, made in Italy. Very cool. Let's go ahead and get our box put aside here, and go ahead and open this up. Oh, cool. Look at that. Quite the elaborate sheath going on here. Look at that. All right, so here we go. Let's get this out of here. So, yeah, it's a pretty involved little sheath that they got going on there. Never really seen that before with a knife, but that's kind of cool. I like that. So it looks like we have sort of a multi-use tool. We got a glass break there. We got a little Phillips screwdriver there. We have a little flat blade there. And then it looks to be a wee bit of a knife in there. So we got a thumb stud there. We can use that, and you can also use this as a flipper. So let's go ahead and get that out. There we got the ERT. This is the Fox Knives FX 213 is what we're calling this. So we have a pretty cool knife. I like that a lot. Has a really positive sort of almost silicone feel to the grip right there. Brightly colored, so that will stand out. Liner lock, as you can see there. Pretty beefy blade too. Sharp. Ooh, yes, very, very sharp. Ooh, that is really sharp. That is one sharp knife. Definitely. Made in Italy, FX 213 SS. I assume that stands for stainless. So beefy blade on that too. Really thick. Look at that. Very thick steel. Good heft to it, but decent weight too. Let's try the thumb stud. It's a little heavy. It's not exactly the most ergonomic thing I've ever had in my hand. So the opening of it is a little bit of on the wonky side to really flip that. So, oops, totally failed that time. There we go. You do need to have a little bit of a wrist flick going on there. It's a little bit of a heavy blade to just rip out with your thumb. Sort of the thumb pressure on it that you really need. So a little flick of the wrist though, and that will slam that out there. So yeah, and then of course you can also use that as the flipper also, and again, a little bit of a flick there. You're going to need it to get it open, because again, that's a really thick, heavy blade, so that's not just gonna, you're not just gonna throw that around with a finger or two. So there you go. So very cool. So it is the Fox Knives FX 213. So yeah, that is definitely pretty cool. I like that. Feels good. And it comes with this funky sheath. Look at that. So price on that is $150.25. So that brings the cost or total value of the box up to $298.75, and of course the Pro Plus level goes for $150. So very cool. So basically you pay $50 for a $150 knife. So not a bad deal right there. So that is everything. Let's go ahead and let's just go through the entire box again. I always like to sort of recap everything so we can kind of go back through and revisit, get it all out here at the same time so we can remember everything that comes on. So we'll start with the basic box again. So our first item was a North American Rescue 6-foot trauma dressing. So there we got that. The BattleTech Molly pouch glove dispenser with nitrile gloves. So that was there. Next up was the tourniquet and shear pouch, along with the BattleTech trauma shears. So the trauma shears with the shear pouch came in this one. Again, not the tourniquet, that's mine. And then we had the little glowy thingies. Where were those? There we go. The Gloco triage kit little sticker lights things there. That was everything that came in the basic box. Then for the advanced box, we got the Halo chest seals were in that one, and the rescue litter. So this guy right here. That was everything that came in the advanced box. Then in the pro level box, we got the combat medic bag and tactical kit. So that was all this stuff that came with it. So we got the, there we go, combat BattleTech medic bag, along with some triage items that came with that, including the casualty care cards, if I can get those to stay. Let's just go right there. The blood type patches and the little wristbands, triage wristbands. We'll just shove those down there too. Again, that's everything that came in the Pro level for $100, and then moving up to the Pro Plus, which was the knife of the month, we got the Fox Knives FX 213. So that was everything that came in this month's BattlBox Mission 36 Active Shooter Mass Casualty Response Kit. This is a great start to an active shooter kit. In my opinion, a trauma med kit is something that everyone should think about having with them, even if it's a small kit that you can put in an EDC bag. Or a little bit of a larger kit, much like this one, that you can put in a bag about this size and keep, for instance, in your car or something like that. You not always promise that you're going to be able to get to your car in the event or in the aftermath of an active shooter or mass casualty situation, but certainly would increase your chances of survival and access to these life-saving things. But definitely, this is a nice start. I would definitely need to have a lot more things than this in a good active shooter or trauma kit, but this is a good start. Certainly gives you a bag and a couple of the basics to get you started, and then a really good platform to sort of grow and leap into a very complete and effective kit. So that's everything that comes in this month's BattlBox. Hope you enjoyed. Take it easy, everybody.